Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are celebrating Ganesh Chaturthi today and I thought I'll make a small video how we celebrate here in Mexico. I've done this video last year too, so I'll just leave a link of that so you can watch that as well. And for the non-Indians who are following this channel, let me tell you, Ganesh Chaturthi is a festival of Lord Ganesha, and I'm sure most of you must have seen the picture of Lord Ganesha, the god with the elephant head. So it's the birthday of Lord Ganesha today, and Ganesha is considered the remover of obstacles. So we always pray to this god before starting anything in our lives, before doing anything auspicious in our lives. So today is his birthday, and we celebrate by making his favorite snacks or food, and by offering it to him and praying to Lord Ganesha, requesting or asking him to remove all the obstacles from our lives. Living in Mexico, definitely a festival, especially an Indian festival, doesn't feel the same because it usually comes on a weekday. We are all working, or kids are going to school, so the feeling is not the same. But we try to bring at least a little of that feeling here, so the kids know the culture about India. They are aware what we need to do on each festival, and I hope that they follow that when they grow up. So this is what we do here. And for the people who don't know, I'm from Kerala, the south of India. And in Kerala, Ganesh Chaturthi is not as popular as they celebrate in other parts of India. But since I grew up in Hyderabad and my husband is also from Hyderabad, we have seen this there and we like to follow that. We begin the preparations the previous day, so I'm doing a small decoration to keep behind Lord Ganesha's idol. And I got this ring from Parisina. Parisina is a small store here where you can get all these items to do your art or any such work. So I got this ring. I think this is used for crochet. So I got this ring, and I also got these garland like thing. Well, here we don't get those flower garlands that we get in India, so I just got these. I think they are called pom-poms here in Mexico. So I got this, and I first painted the ring in red color. Because this was in red, so I painted the ring completely in red, dried it for some time, and then wrapped this long a garland around it just to get a design, and then I stitched the edges. So this time I made it really simple. I didn't really have time. Last year, yes, I was not working, so I had a lot of time, so I made like a mandap. But this time I just made this, and while I was doing this on one side, my husband was making the idol. Every year he makes it, so he's getting better at making this every year. So here he's preparing the Ganesha idol here. In India we usually get this ready made. We just have to go to the store and we pick one up with different colors, with different styles, and it's so easy. But here, since we don't get that, and usually it's made with mud, but since we don't get those things here, we make it with clay every year. And immersion definitely takes a lot of time with clay because it doesn't dissolve that fast. I'll show you at the end how we do it. So this is the end result of the Lord Ganesha that my husband made. And on the Ganesh Chaturthi morning, since kids have school, they go by 6:30 to school, and then I started preparing the offerings that we have to give to Lord Ganesha. The main one is modak. It's made of rice flour, and I buy rice flour here from the local market, and that's why I have to heat it a little, because otherwise the modak dough doesn't come out well. So I heat it for some time, and then I boiled the water. Once the water starts boiling, you just have to add the rice flour into it. You also get rice flour here in the supermarkets like Walmart or Superama. It's called Harina de Arroz, or you can say the same name in local market, and there you'll also get it. So I'm mixing the rice flour into this boiling water, and then I will mix it to a point where it's not very soggy, but it's there are some leftover powders. And then you just have to mix it well, and then leave it for some time. Don't have to mix it completely, let it be. Now at this point you'll feel that there is some loose powder there, but it's okay, just leave it there, close it for some time. And this is how I store coconut, fresh coconut here. We use a lot of fresh coconut in my cooking. So I always buy coconut from the supermarket, and then I grind it in the, I cut it into pieces, I grind it in the mixie and then store it in a tight container like that. And I keep it in the freezer. So whenever I have to use it, I just take it out and use it. And here I am making the filling for the modak with jaggery and coconut. So this jaggery is also from the local supermarkets which you get here in Mexico. Initially, yes, we found the taste a little different, but now we are used to this taste. So I boiled it in water, and when it starts boiling, you add the coconut, the fresh grated coconut into it, the one that I took out from the freezer, and then just mix it and leave it. And on the other side, I boiled the chana, the soaked white chana, and here I'm putting the tempering for the chana. So these are the regular offerings that I give for Lord Ganesha on Ganesh Chaturthi. So I started preparing this early morning because I had to log into my work by 10 a.m. So I started working early morning after kids left. So I'm making some tempering here by adding mustard seeds, chana dal, some curry leaves, and then added this soaked and boiled white chana with salt, and then I added some grated coconut too. And then just mix it, because since the chana is already cooked, you don't really have to cook for some time. You just have to mix it properly. And then actually I forgot to add red chilies, dry red chilies, so I later added that to this chana. There you go. So here I'm frying the dry red chili separately, and then I added this to the white chana, and that's it, it's ready. And then I started preparing the modak. My kids like the coconut and sugar filling inside. They don't like the jaggery and the coconut filling inside. So for them, I'm making it separately, because my husband likes jaggery and coconut. My kids like the sugar and coconut. So I have both the fillings here ready. And well, in the name of God, it's us who eat all this. So we have to see our taste buds too. So here I'm making the base for the modak. Now it's very easy. Initially I used to find this really difficult. If you don't get the dough right, yes, it gives a crack. But as I said, I heat the rice flour for some time, and that really helps in making the perfect modaks. You also get modak maker in India. I think this time when I go to India, I should get one, because that's really easy and faster. But here I'm just doing it with hand, because I don't have modak maker here, but I'm planning to get one when I go to India this time. So this is how you have to just spread it between your hands and palms, and make a thin base out of it, and then keep the filling whatever you want, the sugar and coconut or the jaggery and coconut, and just make this shape. And then we steam this for like 5 or 10 minutes. I just steam it for 5 minutes because already the rice flour is cooked with the hot water, so you don't really have to steam it for a long time. And this steamer is also available locally. I got this here in Mexico. They usually use this to make tamales, and I use this to make idlis and any other thing to steam. And then we made our decorations, well, not a big one. Just kept the Ganesha with some flowers and the one that I made last night. And then with or 3 or 5 days or 7 days. We only keep it for one day. We feel that even if it's one day, we should do it properly and just keep it just for one day. So evening again, my husband and all of us, we sat down for the puja. We did the puja, and then we immersed this. Usually we immerse it in a bucket of water or in a container like a jar, and we leave it there because it definitely takes time for it to dissolve. Since it's clay, it doesn't dissolve in a day. It takes a couple of weeks to dissolve. So we just leave it in a jar. I'll show you at the end how my husband is dissolving it or leaving it in a jar of water. So this is how we do after we finish the puja. After some time, we do the immersion in a jar of water. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.